Hi, this is Vegapunk's agent. This is an SQL application that helps users write SQL queries, as well as execute them and see results from a database. For example, let's select a database. Let's select the financial database. And I ask a simple question like how many customers were born after 1950? It generates an SQL query and we can execute this SQL query to get the results. I can display the results here. Let's run it. It has generated my SQL query and it seems to be the correct query. So let's execute it and we have got an answer. And we can also approve this query. So what this approval does is that the next time we ask the same question, it will give the same query as the answer. We can see approved queries here for each database. We can see the results here as well. And let's ask the same question. Now it should give the answer much quicker. As you can see, it gave the answer much quicker. And we can execute it and get the same result. So let's ask a follow-up question. So it should consider the previous context. Since I'm not giving the full information in this query itself. So it should generate SQL query based on the previous information I have given. And we can see that it has generated the SQL query. And we can go to modify this query. Let's say I want to change from 1970 to 1972. And we can save this modified query. We can also add context ourselves. So it's in the Business Context tab. So we can generate a business context here. For example, let's say create a business context named Good Salary. And let's say good salary means a salary of 15,000. And we can add that. We can also delete this if we want. We can delete this context, and we can add another context. Let's add low salary for below 7,000. So we created this business context. So if you ask a question based on that, for example, how many districts have an average salary of 7,000? And it should generate the SQL based on the business context. Yes, we can see that. It has generated based on the business context we have defined here. Low salary, a salary of 7,000. So it is considering that for generating this query. And we see that there are no districts with low salary. So it is 0. So these are the features for this AI agent. And that's it.